Hey y'all, this home rule smooth. I'm smooth. I got Auntie Retta with me, and we're gonna talk about Squid Games. Okay. But first, how you doing, Retta?
I'm doing good, tired. Just finished a nice little workout. So
Okay,
I'm ready
okay.
to shower and lay it down. Yeah, I gotta get ease my way back in there ever since my knee injury. So I'm just taking it slow.
Yep. Just take your time. Just take your time. We don't need you getting re-injured. Okay.
Listen, I cannot afford I literally cannot afford to get hurt again.
Right.
I'm stressing.
Man, I feel it. I feel it. I'm so hungry. But anyway,
You ain't had no water, you don't had no food. Get your life together.
I don't know if I'll ever have my life all the way together. That's a problem. But anyway, Squid Games. What did you think? Because I was like, yo, this is wild.
It's a really good show. It was a really
Mhm.
good show. The first episode, when it first started, I was like, "This shit finna be whack." I was like,
Listen,
this gonna be whack." I'm having to read all the captions and the stuff. I don't have having to do all that. And I said, "But you know what? You know, my best friend, me and her like share ideas, and she told me she was like, Shredder, watch it." And I said, "Okay, I trust you." So I'm watching it. I'm watching it, and they got to that red light, green light, and they said red light. And I was like, ah, dang, he moved. I was like, oh!
man. Hey, here's the part.
I was
Here's the part
shook.
that got. So hold on. So first of all, you know there's English voiceover, right? Like you
Yeah,
listen to
but
the
I
whole
was
thing in
watching.
Korean.
No, because I was watching it at her house, and she likes to have like hear how they sound, and then have just the captions at the bottom.
Okay. So she watched it like an
She's
anime. Okay.
she's a what you call it, like a caption reader. Like even if it is in English, she's gonna have the captions on.
I only do that for my anime because the English voiceovers suck. Like traditionally, they just suck really bad. Um, however,
I'm not a big caption person. If the person I'm watching it likes captions, I won't make a big deal about it, but I don't have them on.
okay, so yeah, that first episode really boring. Like I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? When's the game coming? And then he starts slapping him in
Mhm.
in the subway. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And
Yeah,
then
that he played
then
that
they
game for so long.
yeah, then they end up getting like so, somewhat abducted. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, the abduction was interesting when they ended up in the big room.
yeah, they end up in a big room, all with clothes on and numbers. I was like, yo, this is some different type of stuff.
Hmm.
Like, and then they just kept saying, "You will be eliminated. You will be eliminated." They weren't telling people like, "Yo, you finna get shot by a trained sniper," and we got a
Yeah,
bunch of them all around. Like,
because
what was?
my thing is, what was weird about that is like, what if as a shooter you thought you saw somebody move and you just kill them?
Oh no. Well, if that happened, that's messed up. Like in real world application, that's kind of messed up. Like, nah, you move. Like, bruh, no, you shouldn't be the judge. And
Have you been seeing all the TikToks?
nah, I see. I don't be watching TikTok like that. I really
Where you
don't.
got to get on TikTok. The TikToks are hilarious. People have been posting TikToks, and it's like the funniest ones I've been seeing is like, oh, if you're playing Squid Games and you playing red light, green light, and they try to get you eliminated, all the black people out, and so it'd be like la la la, green light, red light, and then you hear doom 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 doom. I said, oh, that's it right there. All the black people looking at each
Oh,
other like, I can't hold it in. Yeah, you're working with some. Yeah,
right.
pow, shot.
No,
I wouldn't survive.
man. Like honestly, after that first vote, all the black people would have never came back. Like all the black,
Off
they would have
top,
never. We would have
off
never
top.
came back. We was the, hey, bro, we good.
We straight, and we beating up anybody that voted yes.
Man, we fighting for sure.
We
Fight
you better vote when we go home. Please we go home. We
right.
we threaten everybody.
For real.
It's wild that they went back.
Man, look, went back, and then game two was the cookie thing, and Uncle Boy hold his homie. He knew what the game was. He knew what it
Hmm.
was,
He
and
was
let him
so
play it.
shady.
Yeah, the entire time. Like, I'm glad
But
he died.
I knew he was gonna
Spoiler
be a
alert.
little shady. Oh yeah, but this whole thing is a spoiler alert. But majority of people have seen it. But I knew he was gonna be shady when they both ended up in the game together, and when they started doing at the very beginning where they started putting what everybody had done and how much debt they were in.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it then because you remember how proud his mom was. I was like, so he been
Mm-hmm.
lying to the whole village. He ain't been doing
Yeah.
nothing he said he was doing. So I was like, he gonna be
Right.
shady off top.
Yeah. Dude had
But
like multiple counts of wire fraud. Had like he was impersonating other people. Like dude was like
yeah, a
something
lot
else.
going on.
Yeah.
Man, when he tricked Lord forgive me,
The
Ali
Indian
Baba,
dude.
what's his name?
The Indian, hey, bro,
When
that
he
hurt my soul. That hurt my
But I was
soul.
also
He
mad
was
that he
such a
was that
good dude.
naive. He was such a good dude. He had a good heart, but he was super naive. I'm like, man, he trusted the wrong one.
Hmm.
He got a little boy back home, man. That hurt.
Yeah, he was like, I got to do it for my family. So I thought, oh boy, was finally finna get his. I'm like, good. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Bring quality
Yeah.
people. Bring quality people to the end. Like,
Yes.
nope,
He
for
didn't, no
another.
offense, but he didn't, the other guy didn't have any kids. He wasn't married.
Hmm.
Like,
He just had his mom that had a shop that he put up as collateral.
right. And she was older anyway, so it was gonna be her time sooner than later. Old boy should have survived.
Yeah, man. Now the one that hurt me the most was old girl getting stabbed, getting her neck slit. Why he was chilling, like while he went to go try and get her help. Like I'm like, bro, you are sick. You are sick. He was like, y'all are gonna team up and vote to end this.
Mm.
Like, no, that wasn't even gonna happen at all.
They
They were
just
just trying to team together so they could win against you.
right. But
And you
people when you have stuff like that, people be paranoid. They'll do
no,
some stupid stuff when they're
right.
paranoid.
Facts.
Have you been
Man,
listening to any of the other conspiracy theories about
how it's
with the
happening
old
in
man
real
and
life?
stuff?
Oh, what the old man? What you mean about the old man?
Well, I say conspiracy, but I mean just different theories about some of the like what you call them, like golden eggs or Easter eggs inside the little gems that they had hidden in the games about hints towards uh the 456 being number one's son. You ever heard that
What?
one? So they
No.
were saying like,
What?
okay, so you remember during the marble game when the old man was like, "Oh, this neighborhood reminds me of my old neighborhood," and he was like, "It reminds me of my old neighborhood too." And you
Mm.
remember he said that his father like disappeared or something like that, like he didn't know him or hadn't seen him in a really long time.
Oh,
So think about it,
shit.
they disappear into the game. So his dad went and played the game and disappeared. But that's the whole thing. And then like he's number one. So that's kind of like that was like a clue as to him being the creator of the game because he was the first player. Where when
Yeah.
the police officer was looking at the files in the um oh boy office, I don't never know names, but when he was looking at the files in the office, the file started with the player number two. There wasn't a file for player number one.
Hmm. That
So
that's
they're
that's
saying like
true.
he's player number one every game.
Now, knowing he was the creator, like I didn't know that part. But what I
Hmm.
did notice was immediately is when they allegedly killed him, he was the only body they did not show. Everybody else getting smoked, they always showed you them getting
They
smoked.
did.
So I was like, bro is not even dead. Like
I knew it was something with him. I didn't think that he was going to be the creator, but I knew it was something going on because he knew too much about every single game.
yeah.
And
But I mean,
you
he was
notice how
old, so
him
it
and
was
four,
a good.
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
but him and 456 was hanging. They was close.
Mm-hmm.
They were close, and he was taking good care of them. And then like, um, what was another one I saw? When that riot broke out, they said that was another clue. When that riot broke out, and when number one said, "Stop this," like that's when they actually finally came in there and stopped all the rioting. When he told them to stop.
Yeah.
So that was a good clue. But I don't know. I think maybe that was his dad. But the ending pissed me off because what the whole story about the detective coming to find his brother, that was a story I didn't need.
So I kind of liked it because it allowed us to see how they were moving people around, how they were getting people into the game, how they had that extra like organ, thing, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
going on. Like it just added a bit more like craziness to the story. But the moment I knew that was the front man was his brother was when man, I'm trying to really think because I binged this in like in like 2 days.
Yeah. I watched it in like 2 or 3 days.
Because I'm like, man, I don't care how long this episode is, I'm finishing this. Cause it was yeah. But anyway, what had happened? He was like when they so okay. So when I knew for sure was when they found the body and he opened up the thing and he said, "Bring him back alive." You know what I'm saying? Like if you find him,
Hmm.
bring him to me alive. I'm like, okay, he has a personal relationship with this dude because everybody else, if you've seen him on camera, he was just going through just murdering people.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. He wasn't not even his employees. He wasn't
Yeah.
asking no questions, just smoke. Boom.
But it still
You know
leaves
the
the
rules.
question to like, okay, so
And his brother won in 2015, which makes me wonder, like, how did he become the front man?
yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, how did he become such a top level person? He would have had to. I mean, it seems like he would have had to have one, and then they made him the top man for the next one. But it's also weird because if he played the last round, why was his brother just now looking for him?
No, so here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. And here's the other thing that kind of gave it away, right? So the games were getting prepped, right? And it was saying he was saying he had just went gone for like it was either 2 weeks or like a couple months that he had like finally was gone and just didn't pay the rent, right? So
Oh, that's right. That's right.
yeah,
Okay,
so
so
the
it hadn't been
brother
that
go the
long.
brother goes into the room, right? And sees the card, but at the same time, I felt like that was a bit misleading because overall, like clearly he left and went to go be in the game, right? And then it
Hmm.
kind of shows you a picture of his brother. And I'm trying to remember, I'm like thinking back on all the faces that got shot. I'm like, hey, he was not there. Like, and then when you
Hmm.
go into the actual game room or whatever, and the people that's left, he was not there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm like he has to be some type of employee over there. But I
Yeah.
was thinking like maybe it would have been number 28, the employee 28, because the cop had killed 29. I thought he was
Yeah.
gonna be 28, but then once I seen
Because
down there, they
he
was
was trying
doing
to signal him and stuff.
yeah, and they were doing the organ stuff. I was like, nah, I
Hmm.
don't think his brother's involved in organ trafficking. So that only left one person left because I'm like, ain't no way he running this
Yeah.
and can't pay rent. Like, nah, that don't even make sense. You would have been
Nah.
paid your stuff up.
Yeah, because you would have want to make sure your stuff was straight when you came back. So I don't know. It was just
Hmm.
weird. So it was a lot of different stuff that was going on. But so
What's
I
up?
was mad. I was like, okay, this is brother moving on.
Yeah,
Because I was
and
now I did like seeing the background of everything, like the people coming in and the files. Those were clues that we
mhm,
needed. I
yeah,
just didn't care. Like literally when I forgot what he did, but the detective was looking for something, and I said I forgot he was looking for his brother. Like I forgot the whole reason why he was even there. He's just
I just felt like the detective was getting like mad lucky for no reason. I'm like, bro, they should have been found you.
the
This
way he
compound is not
infiltrated.
that
That
big.
shouldn't have. It's not. That shouldn't have happened. And
Yeah,
when he killed dude in the van on the boat, this ship is still the boat like rocking all around.
right,
Like yeah, yeah,
right. And then he threw the dude overboard, and then they finally pulled up on him. Like,
yeah. That was just got lucky. That van was
mm-hmm.
going ham on the ship. Y'all didn't notice that from up there up top.
Mm-hmm.
So, but And then like he wasn't paying attention to like how everybody was moving around. He was looking real confused.
Mm-hmm. Man, and then he got man.
So,
Hey, that scene where he got pulled into that room.
oh,
I was like, man,
bro,
gay.
when
And,
he
and I was
de-rolled and that
laughing.
belly came out, I was like, ah, nah, you got me messed up. You got me
Yeah,
messed up. I was like, oh my gosh. Honestly, if they make this man go through with this, but when he pulled the gun out, I was like, all right, cool. He was like,
yeah,
you got me
man.
messed up.
They be walling, bro. They be walling. Like it don't even make like
Yeah, that man was an
that
a-hole
scene.
for no reason. You could have just stayed and watched the rest of the show.
Yeah, like I'm like, bro, you just had to get off right then. Talking about some if you can get me off in under 15 minutes or whatever. I was like, yo, you are sick.
He
Like
was that man was just,
I
but
said,
he
bro,
was he
you
was
sick.
the main one talking trash. The loudest one in the room be the dumbest.
Yeah. And then my thing is they never showed the cop's body. You know what I'm saying? They just seen him get shot in the
Mhm.
shoulder, mind you,
Mhm.
and fall into the water. So he could have lived. They never showed you what really happened with the files on his phone. So some of that could have got sent off, you know.
Mhm. Hopefully those files did get. Well, I
I
kind of
think
hope they
in the
got
next
sent
season
off.
they're gonna pay off to that.
Yeah, I kind of want them to get sent off, but I kind of didn't because I feel like it'll be a good challenge for that police officer to have survived and to come back and have to try to, go through all of that again.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
I
I
don't know how
think
they're gonna top it next season though.
yeah, next cause my thing is okay, why he dye his head red like that? Like looked at a girl picture and was like, yo, I'm gonna dye my head red.
I don't know.
Like he picked no like he picked a Karen hairstyle.
Not
He
a
had the Karen
Karen.
bob. Like I was like, yo, what's going on with this man?
I don't know. I don't know. But it made for it to be interesting. So
Mhm.
I'm ready to see how they're gonna top this. Cause and I feel like it's smart to rewatch this season before the next one.
Yeah, I don't know when they're gonna drop the next one. I know it's already been greenlit because it smashed like all the records.
Oh yeah,
Like
it hit all the numbers.
I have not seen a show this universe like I'm talking about just all across the board like universally loved since
Hmm.
like I'm trying to think of it because I said it at work but I can't remember it now.
That was on Netflix. That's a Netflix series.
Yeah, that's a Netflix thing. Like that was like
Mm,
universal. Like everybody was like, "Yo, you need to watch this." Like I mean,
that's a tough one.
even if you transcend, forget Netflix, just transcend just shows in general. What's a show that everybody watched and was like, "Yo, I love this," and everybody went, "Yeah, this was good." This everybody that starts it and gets to the
I
second episode goes, "Yo, this is fire."
I don't know because you have certain shows that millions and millions of people watch all over, but then you still have a large group of people that don't. Like you have stuff that's super popular all the time. Everybody really loved.
Hmm.
What's the show? Because they canceled the second season, even though it was so good. Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country. Okay, a lot of people did really like that. I personally didn't get that far invested in it.
Oh,
You
that show
know,
was that was some talent right
I mean,
there.
it was
We have
good. Like,
that. What else? P Valley. Everybody loves P Valley.
hey, I'm not even gonna cap. I thought P Valley was gonna be trash. I watched that first episode. I said, "Yo, this is slapping." I said, "What's going on?"
Those girls really have to work hard. Like I
Yeah.
can imagine the training they had to go through for that show.
Hmm.
What else? A lot of people, which I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't get into it. I tried. Every episode felt like I was watching a movie, but Game of Thrones. I always
Yeah.
heard everybody talking about Game of Thrones, but I tried so hard, but I would be sleepy after the after one episode. It was so long,
But
and I couldn't follow along.
hmm facts. But even that show, like even with the first season, didn't have universal. Like everybody came together and said, "Yo, this is
True,
our show.
true, true,
This
true,
is
true. I
our
don't, I
show."
don't
Like
know. I gotta
outside of
think on
like
that. I can't
maybe
think.
like a Family Guy or something, like I don't know a show that everybody likes like this. Like I
Off
have
the top
not
of my
heard a
head,
bad thing about Squid Games.
except for
Besides
the
everybody
ending.
saying the same thing. The ending is kind of weird. Everybody's like, the ending is kind of weird. Why is he going back? We like, what's his motivation? And then the beginning, everybody's like, yo, this kind of is slow. But other than
Yeah, like
that,
that. I because I feel like in shows like that, the main character, 4, 5, 6, whatever the man name was, but you're
mhm,
supposed to want to root for him. But
yeah,
after that, like the first episode made, I was like, he is a trash person and father. Like I did
mhm,
not like him, so it
yeah,
didn't really make me want to like root for him. So I was like, and really when you watch the show, I mean, watch the game, he get lucky the whole game.
he really did.
That's
He
it.
really
He just
did.
get lucky.
Yeah, because he just so happened to be like the last person on
Yeah.
the like, hey, the glass thing. Like, yo, okay, hold on. Most annoying character gotta be old girl that took that was messing with the thug dude.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Bro, I wanted her to. I kept looking at my phone like, can I slap you? Shut up.
I was ready for her to take her last little fall, but I will say this: she was annoying, but when she took him out, I said that's the best thing you could have done for everybody.
Hmm. Hmm.
Best thing right there. She thought everybody wanted her and needed her, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, she was just a
Hey, and
con
then
artist though.
the tug of war when they got on it, they
Yeah.
now and they did that Matrix lean back. I was
Yeah.
like, I said
Man,
they want to
hey,
live for real. They were on point with that lean back.
they pulled out every trick you could and then let them fall like that and then pulled them. Man, hey, but hey, that tug of war, that's a really messed up way to die too. Like you just like and you just fall and
Nah,
you're chained to the rope. There was nothing you could do.
I mean,
Nothing.
I would have rather died in tug of war with a bunch of people like that. I had a fighting chance versus me. The glass that got me when they jumped. And
Yeah,
this way, y'all gonna have to push me because I am not going forward. Not going
right.
forward. It had me shook. Oh, you got
Mhm.
anything else you want to add about it?
What was the other game? What? So there was the cookie. The cookie was just like, man, like either you got a good shape or you didn't.
Yeah,
Uh, the
the
marble
marble
thing.
game,
Okay,
red
with the
light, green
marble
light.
game, with the marble game. Old girl that was with the other girl that I love.
Yeah,
The way she went out, I was like, you didn't even have to do that. Like, I was like, come on. Like, I felt so sad for her. She's like, it was
yeah.
an honor playing with you. I'm like,
No, I was
no, no.
also too though. It's like if
I was
you
ready to
already
cry with
know.
old girl.
No, if you already know you gonna sacrifice yourself for me, don't make me feel worse. You talking about some maybe when we get out of here, we could go have a girls' night and drink, Mai Tais and blah. Oh wait, I forgot. But you knew what you was doing, making me feel guilty. Now I'm gonna
Mm-hmm,
cry and stuff, and you gonna die anyway.
mm-hmm. Man, hey, most effed up scene was them purposely putting less food in there so they would fight. I was like, yo, that night was
No,
wow.
which night are you talking? Because I was gonna say that some of the people that was with old boy that was a thug, they went back in line.
No, no, no. That's what I'm saying. They went back in line. Yes. Oh yeah, they did go back in line. When did
They
you
went
go?
back in line. They had exactly the right number for everybody. But they went in line and got seconds, and so then the people at the end didn't get their shares.
Right.
That's how it
But
popped off.
yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right. You're right. You're right. They
Was there
they
a
did.
different night? I don't remember
No, 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 no,
everything.
no. You're correct. You're correct. You're correct. I'm tripping. Yeah. Damn. That's crazy. But yeah, other than that, like, man, overall, it was a great show. Kudos to them.
It was.
Kudos to
And because
them.
it's you, and most of the time it's good when they end up doing a voiceover and playing it in the US anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does numbers so well.
Yeah, yeah, like man, like Netflix, that was a good pickup. Cause dude had been denied for the last 10 years trying to put his thing out. And then he finally got to deal with Netflix and number one, global
Yeah.
number one
It's just
on
that just
Netflix.
proves your point to
Global.
just never give up on your dreams, man. You can
I
get a
think it's
thousand no's, but
still,
somebody's gonna tell you yes.
I think it's still more watched than Dave Chappelle shit. And that's crazy.
I believe it. I can't wait to. We are gonna talk about that Dave Chappelle though. Like I can't wait to watch it.
Oh yeah, for sure. We definitely gonna talk about it. But yeah, I'm this has been Homeroom with Smooth. I don't know what I just did there, but this has been Homeroom with Smooth. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. We out.